Good morning, folks. It is 9 a.m. It is the 22nd day of December, 2025. We are in the County Court at Law courtroom located at 2718 Highway 35 North, Rockport, Texas, and I call this regular meeting to order. Please stand and join me in the invocation.
Father God, we thank you for the blessings of this day. And Lord, as we look back on this year that we're leaving behind us, and as we look forward to the year ahead, we know that there's a lot of apprehension and fear and doubt and concern. And Lord, the scripture that you gave me today is in Proverbs in chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Where your word tells us to trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thine own understanding, to acknowledge you in all ways, and we will direct your path. So, Father, we're here at the beginning of this meeting today, at the close of this year, and anticipating what lies ahead in the new year. We just want to say, Lord, that we trust you with all of our heart and acknowledge you. And we just pray that you will direct the paths of not only this county, but each and every one of these commissioners and every department in it. We trust you, Lord, that you'll get us through the coming year. And there's no safer way than to put our trust in you. For it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join with the pledges.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Roll call.
Commissioner Cheney? Here. Commissioner Castleline?
Here.
Commissioner Russo? Here. Commissioner Dupnick?
Here.
Judge Garza?
Here, we've got a full court, and my understanding, nobody signed up to speak. Nobody online? Perfect. No presentations, proclamations. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Move to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Got a motion and a second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Aye. Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Okay. All right. It's unanimous, 5-0. But I do want to announce the donations. We've got from Jerry Katrina Brown a '98 Ford Ecoline van valued at $2,000, a saw table valued at $100, and a drill press valued at $100. We also have number one. There's number one. Oh, there it is. We got a painting. It's a donation of a Steve Russell original by Judge Mills, and it's valued at $5,000. And that's all the donations we got.
Well, we've got another.
Oh my gosh. I got the glasses on. I still can't read. Except the donation of a Steve Russell Railroad Depot Jeekly, valued at $225 from the Rockport Cultural Arts District. Jennifer Day. And that is it. All right.
No.
Cool. All right, item number 9.
Move to approve appointments and reappointments for a 3-year term per Resolution R-30-2023A to the Aransas Pathway Steering Committee of the following: Jim Farnsworth, Kayaks, reappoint; Steve Ferguson, Master Naturalist, Midcoast Chapter, new appointee; Dr. Rebecca Rylander, Birding, reappoint; Shelley Steckler, at large, Aransas First, reappoint; Dr. Pam Stranahan, History, reappoint.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second.
And 2 of them are here today, Pam and Steve Ferguson.
Pam and Steve, would you like to introduce yourselves? We all know Pam.
No, Steve, could you come to the
Up at the
podium?
podium, please, Steve.
Thank you very much. I'm Steve Ferguson. I'm the resident of this county for almost 6 years now. Been president of the the Midcoast Texas Master Naturalists. It's the area that covers essentially the coastal bend from San Patricio County to Matagorda County. 90% of our members actually live, though, in Aransas County. So I'm just delighted to be part of this group and look forward to serving the citizens of our county. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Great to meet you. And we all know Dr. Pam.
Somebody just decided to name me that. Pam Stranahan, represent history on the Pathways Committee, which has been very influential in setting up properties, pathways, kayaking sites, as well as noticing all of the history sites that are in the county. So we really appreciate being on this committee, being able to do this for the people and for tourism. And we appreciate the court's support here. Thank you.
Pam. Thank you. All right.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 10.
I move to approve reappointment of 3-year term.
No, next one. Item number 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. I move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign order 0212025, accepting encroachment at 210 Bermuda Drive and filing with the Aransas County Clerk's Office to attach to the property plat.
I'll second that.
We got a motion and a second.
Good morning,
Good morning.
and I apologize, there is a typo on the order. On the first line, it should read the same as the agenda memo, the agenda language is an order accepting the encroachment at 210 Bermuda Drive and filing with the Aransas County Clerk's Office to attach to the property plat. So I apologize for that typo on the order. But this came to the attention of the Road and Bridge Office back in August. The property owners initially contacted us out of concern that there was an encroachment into the Bermuda right-of-way. At the Road and Bridge Office's request, the owners got a survey from Griffith and Brundrett, and in November they presented the survey, and we did find that there was an encroachment. And so this order would allow the building to continue where it is until such point as it is substantially damaged or substantially improved. And that is a regular part of our permitting process because of our floodplain regulations, where we check for the valuation of the structure to see if the cost of construction exceeds more than 50%. And if it's when at such time it would, we would request that they come into compliance and move the portion of the building in the right of way. But it will allow them to continue to have it there at this time.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 11.
Move to approve authorizing the county judge to execute documents necessary to complete the Microsoft Enterprise Agreement true-up order through SHI Government Services under the Texas Department of Information Resources Operating Contract Program, contract number DIR CPO 5237, as required on each anniversary of the 3-year agreement executed in December of 2023.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second.
What exactly is this?
Huh?
This is all of our new operating systems and licensing for Microsoft products for like Word, Office, and our day-to-day software that's used on people's computers throughout the county. Instead of buying it off the shelf and being subject to retail versions that change rapidly, we get some constant stability in having versions that do not change with all the newest and greatest features, but it keeps working better for our software and guarantees us support for it.
How much is the cost of it? I know it's in the budget, but how much is it?
It's about $50,000 a year every 3 years.
For all the computers that we have,
For all our
that's not bad.
computers.
Is it $50,000 for 3 years or $50,000 a year?
50,000 a year for each
Okay.
of the 3-year period.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colin.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 12.
I move to approve authorizing the procurement, Nutanix with required hardware, software, and support services to replace the current Broadcom VMware system and utilizing Waypoint as our reseller partner to deploy and install the solution under the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS. Contract number 230105 and Texas Department of Information Resources Cooperative Purchasing Office contract number TC space DIR space CPO number 5792.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second.
So this is replacing, as y'all recall, back in September, we did a renewal for our Broadcom at a exorbitant rate of $129,000. That was for a 1-year renewal. Their 3-year renewal was $150,000 more than the hardware and software was to install originally. At their current going rate, we would spend more than $700,000 just trying to keep renewing it when we can rip and replace it and guarantee our pricing for 5 years. I don't trust the company Broadcom the way they've caused this market turmoil, and after back and forth with our vendors, Nutanix was something that was developed actually by the Defense Department as a means to kind of separate themselves from needing third-party vendors, but it's now its own company, and it is a fully fledged product that can replace as a drop-in replacement for our existing servers and hardware. And so this is something that we feel needs to be done rather than being at the whim of a company that really doesn't care that they'll change their contract rates at any point.
And this is for a 1-year term or
This is a 5-year
5-year term?
5-year fixed cost total turnkey rip and replacement of our critical infrastructure that is currently with Broadcom.
And just to be clear, this is well within your budget.
This is actually something that's going
It's
to be
not?
on the tax notes if we discussed about it.
Yeah, so this was something that was included in the tax notes that were purchased.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
So after going this route, after 5 years, what are we saving?
After 5 years, if we continued renewing, we'd be saving probably about $92,000 at our compared to our current rate. So if we by the 5th year, we'd be about $92,000 in savings if we tracked what the current trend of our existing software and hardware renewal is.
Do we get more benefit out of this or more stability?
There's more stability, but there's also some better features. So it does give us some better functionality as well as more support for growing AI needs. Though I'm still leery on AI, we're also at a precipice where the AI market is buying up all the compute components, so it's getting harder and harder to build and or source this stuff, and so it's even going to get more expensive to try to source hardware and software for the general user that's not doing AI.
I have a couple of concerns about this. One is the huge price, and when we approved that $129,000 in September, that was for a year, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're good until September of 2026. We wouldn't have to make this decision right now.
The issue with not making the decision right now comes back to the availability of the components. We run the risk of not being able to get the hardware at this current price, as well as the components necessary to actually build the system. The market is not making it available right now. We are basically in a race condition between AI, people building and selling AI components, buying up everything necessary to build your normal servers that aren't doing AI. So we are, right now, we are at the point, if we don't make a decision, this time next year, we may be into a back order where we can't get the hardware and we're having to renew with Broadcom again.
No, I'm not saying that we would wait until the current contract expires. It's just not something we have to decide today or we're doomed.
The current, they are holding, that is something, when we brought this forward, they are actually holding the components, basically with a deadline in January.
So they've already got the components and everything ready, boxed
They
for
have,
us as
they
soon
have
as
them
we
ready.
pull the trigger, and if we don't, then it goes back on the shelf.
Right.
Okay.
And was a bid or any kind of solicitation done to see about other vendors who might?
This was
Provide this
on a-
service?
This was on a cooperative contract.
Right.
So I did not do a full bid process since I'm using the cooperative bidding process.
And with the co-op, they have actually done that bid process.
I understand that, and thank you. And that's what I thought, that probably was the case. This was pulled from something like the buy board system. My concern is, and I'm not saying I understand this, and I don't have knowledge in this, certainly not to this detail, but I have checked with a couple of people who are in this business, and they said that there was an opportunity for the county to achieve 50 to 80% lower total cost versus this premium licensing through Nutanix, and that other options would be sufficient for mid-sized government workloads like we would have without maybe Cadillac features. And it's simpler management, it's easier for smaller IT teams, which we have. There's strong community and enterprise support. There's a better return on your investment, lower upfront cost, the energy costs, and then a quicker payback on your investment. A couple of alternatives that were suggested: Proxmox VE, Microsoft Azure Stack, seamless Microsoft integration, HPE SimpliVity, which is often 20 to 50% below Nutanix, has good data efficiency and broad compatibility. And I'm wondering if we could postpone this decision today and maybe look at Proxmox or that Scale Computing and see if they could provide something similar that we could decide at our next court.
We'd actually been, since before the renewal of the Broadcom, we were actually doing that exercise. We were looking at Scale Compute, we were looking at Proxmox. We actually did deploy some Proxmox in our environment in a limited capacity. We do have Azure, and we have messed with all three of those components and multiple vendors. That was an exercise we were doing before we settled on this, bringing this to the court today. And we were doing that in my office with our various vendors.
If the court were to approve this, how long would the implementation take of the new equipment?
We would be looking at probably late January, early February.
So fairly rapidly.
It moved very quickly.
So you did your homework. You didn't just pick this company and.
We did. We actually did test several different environments
Yeah.
before
And
we settled on this.
You have a note here also that the quote expires January 3rd of 2026.
It does.
We won't have a meeting before then. We hope. I think we're out of time. All right.
Thank you, Colin.
Any other
Yes, ma'am.
questions for Colin?
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterly,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Nay?
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye. Motion passes 4-1. Item number 13.
Move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign the equipment addendum to the Fuel Aviation Fuel Supply Agreement.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. So we recently RFP'd for fuel. Avfuel was the winning bidder. Part of their bid was that they were going to lease us a avgas refueler truck at no charge. That's not mentioned in the actual agreement, so this addendum would be for the for the use of that vehicle. And it's arrived, it's ready to be calibrated and put to use as soon as we sign.
Perfect.
That's good negotiation.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 14.
I move to approve authorizing the airport manager and the county procurement specialist to solicit engineering requests for qualifications for the airport fuel farm project.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Mike?
Okay, so we, commissioners, approved an engineering pool, or RFQ for an engineering pool last year, 2020, or this year in 2025. The fuel farm project was put to the pool, and we only had one respondent. So we feel like we'll cast a wider net by just RFQing the project altogether and going outside the pool. So that's the goal here.
Will this hurt your time frame for this project?
Everything hurts the time frame for the project, yes, ma'am, but it's unavoidable.
So this will add 60 to
60
90
days probably. Yep.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 15.
I move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign a 2-year land lease agreement with Bushnell Aviation Incorporated for a surveyed parcel of approximately 1,096 square feet at the Aransas County Airport commencing January 1, 2026.
I'll second
We
that.
got a motion and a second.
Okay, thanks again. And this is for the land lease for Bushnell Aviation to construct what is essentially a temporary building, because it's a short-term lease, in support of their aviation business, which is Vintage Air Tours, and then Dr. Amber Bushnell will likely perform medical examinations out of the building, as she is an FAA approved and licensed aviation medical examiner. So nice draw for the airport. Really, it's this is the kind of thing that people fly in for to get their medicals, and you got to buy gas to get out. So that's really the biggest draw for the airport, is that it's something to attract other plane owners to our field.
Would you like to introduce Mr. Bushnell to the
And if
court?
you
Would
would
that
like
be
to come
okay,
up, yep.
Judge?
Yeah, that's fine.
Morning.
Hey, good
Morning,
morning,
sir.
Commissioners, Judge. My name's Jeremy Bushnell, owner, founder of Bushnell Aviation. Been at the airport since 2023, slowly, organically growing our operation, namely under Vintage Air Tours, which is a part of Bushnell Aviation, and then Bushnell Aviation Medical Services, as Mike just described, for aviation medicals for airmen and air traffic controllers. Principally, we participate in the tourism market. We're a huge tourist draw for the local area, something unique that's not offered otherwise, so the significant economic impact associated with that. And then being able to have highway front property, and this land lease is what allows us to accomplish that for additional walk-up business, and then higher tourism draw to the area as well for activities that draw people to our local community.
And you're doing some historic
Yes, ma'am. So
lectures or something starting next month?
yes, ma'am. So it's just furtherance of our business. So we operate a couple 1940s era aircraft that are historically significant to the local area. We do airplane tours, rides. They're all FAA sanctioned. But we're also local historians that really try and tell and pursue those stories, continue those stories here of Coastal Bend aviation during World War II times.
And I understand having a lady doctor, a female doctor that does exams of pilots is a rare
Absolutely. So
occurrence.
less than 13% of airmen currently are females. Having a female aviation medical physician to accomplish some of those female-specific medical issues that may arise that those airmen may not be comfortable talking with their regular doctors is an absolutely enormous value that's really, really challenging to quantify. So she is a fairly new established physician in this market, but has been practicing medicine for almost 10 years now. And having that addition to our community is a huge draw. We'll bring people from airline pilots all the way down to just recreational flyers right here to Rockport for those medical services that occur either 6 months or on a 5-year cycle, depending.
Are y'all going to have any flight instructors?
I actually am a certified flight instructor. All of my employees flying are qualified flight instructors. We are not a flight school, although we do advanced and high performance type
Is there a
training.
market for a flight school here?
We have
We
one.
have one.
So yes, the answer is yes to your question.
Okay.
There is a substantial market.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bushnell. Mike, appreciate you.
Yeah, but let me just add too that Jeremy was recently awarded the Master Flight Instructor accreditation. Yeah, only 71 in the entire U.S. Their plane, their planes, especially the biplane, which is a Stearman aircraft, is the only airplane that I don't get noise complaints on. So when you can see out usually on the weekends flying out over Rockport Beach, and it's also notable given the history of the airport and Jeremy's interest in history, that a Stearman aircraft was the first to ever land and then take off from Aransas County Airport after it was constructed in 1943. So it's nice to have those radial engines back over the skies of Rockport, Texas.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 16.
I move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign a 2-year lease agreement with Bushnell Aviation Incorporated for approximately 3,300 square feet of hangar space at the Aransas County Airport commencing January 1, 2026.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second?
This space is going to be in the white hangar, the maintenance hangar that's right next to the FBO or the airport terminal. The one half is, or well, 1/3 rather, is being leased to Wayne Sullivan for his maintenance and repair operation. And then the other side has just kind of been used for monthlies or weeklies or whatever we could put in there. But we have other room for that market, and so Mr. Bushnell has expressed interest in leasing the other side of the hangar. Makes sense to have him right there, and given the fact that he's now going to have a land-based operation at the airport, that we lease him this hangar space. So
Perfect.
Yeah, so with Bushnell Aviation, we own and operate 2 of our own aircraft, 1940s aircraft. We have the opportunity to have several others. We have another aircraft hangar that's located 50 miles away. So we end up having to commute daily to accomplish our tours that we primarily fly right here in the local area. Having a local hangar that we have access in and out to allows us, again, to continue to expand and organically grow our operation here at the airfield.
Thank you.
thanks, Jeremy.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 17.
Move to approve a request from Community Development to apply for the Q4 T-Mobile grant to fund a furniture purchase for the Aransas County Community Center building and research and apply for additional grant funding opportunities for furniture.
Second.
You got a motion and a second. And Al can't be here today because we're getting furniture delivered. But this is third time's a charm, hopefully. We've didn't get the grant the last 2 times, so we're just trying again.
And it does say in the paperwork that, you know, indoor furniture for community space is one of the things.
Right, yep.
Hopefully they'll remember that.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 18.
Move to approve the Garza Baumberger and Associates complete 100% aquarium design plans as presented by Roy Lewis on October 27, 2025 at the Aransas County Commissioners Court.
I'll second that.
You got a motion and a second. And this is just to formalize, we're blessing these drawings so they could move forward with the plans. We have Dr. Mace here, and I wanted to ask you if you're okay with these plans.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners and Judge Garza and folks from the county. Yeah, as a president and board of the directors, we are absolutely in favor of these plans. And our FEMA grant to refund the cost of the contents, I did get the 9th extension on that, and I recently found that out. Of course, because of the government shutdown, they didn't respond to me until just maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Oh, wow. And it has a very short turnaround. It will expire again in 2026, so I would encourage the court to take this positive step forward so I can have that. So when I go to request the 10th extension, at least we have that.
That's terrific news.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Mason.
That's good.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 19.
I move to accept the geotechnical services proposal for UES Professional Solutions 45 as the lowest cost proposal received.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. And this is associated with the construction of the new aquarium, and they just need to do more testing, geotechnical testing. We went out for bid, and this is the lowest bid.
4,700, they said.
Yeah, went out for quotes.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 20.
Move to approve amendment number 1 to the General Land Office, contract number 25-047-000-E868 as a contract to transfer funds in the amount not to exceed $2,430,050 to Aransas County for the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway beneficial use of material, CA P204 project. Authorize the county judge to sign all necessary documents, and this is where they're going to take this bill from the intercoastal to
We've got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, we got a
to the
second.
to the Goose Island area.
Yes, sir, this is the project where they will take that dredge material. The original contract with GLO was only for $263,900, which was basically our first payment for some engineering work, design work. The amendment will amend the contract for $2,166,150 up to the full contract of $2,430,050. This way, the GLO will be able to give us the money if we need it. They're looking to start construction in the summer, and they need to show that they have all the funding, so we needed this amendment so that they could transfer the money to us and we could show that we had the money.
Okay, well, how much is our cost out of it?
Zero.
None, okay.
This is
That's what I thought.
This is 100% GLO.
Okay.
We're only the pass-through.
And we're not fronting the money.
No.
We're getting paid first
Right.
and then handing it out.
Right.
So-
As soon as the Corps sends us an invoice, then I send it to GLO, and they give us the money for us to pay them.
Okay, and this is for dredging and
It's
shore
for the
stabilization
dredging
and,
and they're gonna use it for Goose Island, for stabilizing Goose Island.
okay.
This should be for both phases. This is for both phases.
Okay, good.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. And Jackie, I signed this DocuSign, right?
Yes, sir.
This week, okay. Item number 21.
Move to approve accepting responsive engineering firms for the on-call engineering services pool for Aransas County capital projects and creating a pre-approved pool consisting of the 5 highest scoring engineering firms in each specialty with an initial term valid from January 1, 2026 through December 31, 2026, with 1-year optional renewal with the approval of Aransas County Commissioner Court.
I'll second that.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning,
Got a
Commissioners.
motion and a second. Good morning.
This was quite a spreadsheet, Darrell, that's all I can say.
Yes,
Took
ma'am.
me a while to
You
figure it
need a
out.
magnifying glass to see those small numbers, but I'm excited to say that we actually doubled the amount of responses
Yeah.
for this go-around. And each one was scored painstakingly by our committee. And
I'm sure.
we recommend that the on-call pool be comprised of the 5 highest scoring engineering firms in each specialty.
And so it's going to be slightly different because each time you're going to pick something like environmental, you'll see which are the top 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because at first I was trying to
Yeah, as a
circle
general
which ones
score,
were the
yes,
top 5.
yes, ma'am, yes.
Okay,
It'll
so
be-
that's how it'll be done.
Yeah.
So in each column, it'll be
Yeah,
whoever the top
each
5
project
are.
will be looked at. We'll ascertain whether or not it's a coastal project or if it's a
Okay.
general civil, and that's how we'll approach it. A lot of these same engineering firms will probably work with each other on multidisciplinary type projects. So
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Daryl.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 22.
I move to approve hiring resolution R-42-2025 for the on-call engineering services pool for Aransas County capital projects.
Second.
Got a motion and a second?
and this is just the hiring resolution for the top 5 firms that we just identified in each category, in each specialty.
And if there weren't 5, then just
Then
whichever was
whichever
either
one.
the only firm that applied or,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And again, this is just to expedite our process of acquiring engineers. If the staff feels like we need to go out for a separate RFQ for a project, then we can certainly do that
Okay.
as well.
And the process involves basically you're gonna go back and interview each individual firm before you do commit to them.
Yes, sir. We'll take those 5 firms, we'll create a team, we'll rescore those statements of qualifications, and then we'll probably narrow them down to maybe 2 or 3. They'll come in and they'll do presentations.
so you don't have 29 for one.
Exactly.
project.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 23.
I move that we disapprove adoption of the interlocal agreement with the City of Rockport, Aransas County, and Aransas County Navigation District related to the City of Rockport's tax increment reinvestment zone and not authorize it. My reasoning for that is
I'll second it.
my reason for doing that is that we were told initially that we would have the ability to set out specifics, what we wanted to allow our money for. The presented document is, I don't think you'd make it any more liberal to the committee, how they could spend our money. My suggestion is that we have Jim Allison, who has been advising us on this, to draw an agreement strictly for us to give to the city. I mean, it appears to me right now that the city's drawing our agreement for us, and personally, I don't like the way it is, and I'd like to be more specific what our money could be spent for. It's kind of like it was presented to us in the beginning.
So you suggest a special meeting or a workshop?
Workshop, whatever, for
With
us
attorney.
to come up with what we'd like to see. I mean, I have my own preferences, but I think we should be more specific. Like I say, the way it's written right now, it's wide open. They can do whatever they want with it. There's no restriction on what they can do with the money that we put in.
It seems like every time we, and I agree with Commissioner Cashline, but every time we go back with them with anything, they get more and more liberal. It seems to me like they get more, nothing against the city at all, because they're trying to get something done, but we're spending the county's money overall, and I think we need to be very clear on what we're doing.
Well, there has been a lot of confusion with this agreement, I'll say that. And I think that initially, and I'm not sure about this, that the city counselor or advisor, Travis James, maybe helped draft that agreement, and then we sent it to Jim Allison to represent us, and it's gone back and forth sometimes. And I've tried to work with Tracy on keeping our version up to date with whatever Jim was telling us. However, when we posted this, I did send it, I think, a week ago to Jim and just said, this is the most recent one with your red line comments incorporated. Is this good to go now? And then, did I get that? Late Wednesday evening, I did get a response back, which I believe he copied all of you, with some further recommendations about what he would like to have put in here. Okay.
Okay, so
I wasn't going to say what he recommended. I mean, I just had concerns that we thought it was good. We thought it had everything in, and then we received this. So I was looking to either table it or
I'm
something.
fine with going to closed session. You know, my thought is that we have Jim draw an agreement that is just from the county and give it to the city and say, this is what we want. If you don't like it, we'll just stay out of it.
I reached out to Jim today just to see if he could be available. Haven't heard back yet, but we could workshop it for next meeting.
Okay.
That's what the court's going to do.
So you're gonna change that to table it?
Could we do that?
I don't want to change it to table. I want to deny it.
Okay.
Y'all can do it if you want it.
Can we move this, even though we've already had a motion, can we move it into a closed session for further discussion?
Well, Jim's not available right now.
Well, I was wondering if it may be available
We
later.
We can go ahead and turn it down here and then listen to Jim and then bring it up as a separate motion or a new motion.
If you want, I just recommend you can either amend your motion to this specific agreement if that's your issue with the version here, or you can table it to consider this or any other option.
Well, my motion was to not approve the one presented. You know, I have my own thoughts on where we should go from there, but.
And you're saying you're not saying not to approve the TERS, but you're not comfortable with this contract?
I'm in with going in with the TERS. We just,
Disagreement.
it was presented to us that in this agreement, we had the ability to put strings on where our money could go. The current deal we have right now, it appears to me that it's wide open. The committee can do whatever they want. The way I look at it, we're the minority voter. I mean, the city has some seats. The NAV district has property that anything that is spent is going to enhance our property. So I would, you know, I read the votes my way. I don't know how anybody else does, but.
Motion on the floor is just this document right here. It's not getting us out of the term. Okay.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye. Motion doesn't pass. Item number 24.
Oh, it did pass. It passed that we're not going to approve that version.
Okay, it does pass.
I move to approve November 25 Treasurer Report.
Second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 25.
I move to disapprove the new job descriptions for the county attorney's support staff. These job descriptions provide for cross coverage between support staff positions for administrative assistants, legal assistant, lead paralegal, and combine the main duties of the office manager and victim assistance coordinator. This helps reach the goals expressed by the salary study of having accurate and proper job descriptions.
Got a motion? Do I have a second? Well, I'll second it to open the discussion.
My reason for disapproving this is pretty major realignment, adjustment of the department. This is better brought during the budget preparation and not at the very end of the year to take a look at. And I know you could say, well, the job descriptions could be approved, but the very next item is moving salaries around. And I think that should come during the budget preparation, not at the end of a year, moving right into the new budget year.
I can see your, is this on? I'm sorry.
If there's a green light,
Okay.
there.
I can see your point. I would not have been requesting these changes if my staff had not changed. As you all, I'm sure you all know, Ms. Justice, who was my office manager, left, and that was after our budget cycle discussions. And I attempted to solicit new office managers. I did not receive any applications that would have fit the job. it's very hard to find someone who is qualified for that type of position in a specific government office, who knows how to do all of our tasks that we already do, use all of our software that we use, and because I was then put in a position basically where either I could hire someone who was not prepared to fill that role and ask all my lower paid administrative staff to teach that person how to do their job, which doesn't seem very fair either, because right now all of the duties are spread about my other admin, and they would have to teach a new person how to do that, or to move someone up within my office into that position. And I have already looked at all of the people in my office, what they currently are trained to do, what they've learned how to do through the last several years, and right now there is only one person in my office who has ever been an office manager before who has that skill set, but she's also our victim assistance coordinator, and she's very educated in that position. She's trained, she's on the state board for victim assistance coordinators, and I don't want to take that role away from her because she has worked like over a decade to learn those skills. So it doesn't make much sense for me to remove her from that position and make her the office manager, which are two completely different roles. And some of my other office staff, though they would be good office managers perhaps in the future, after a few more years of experience, another 5 or so years of training and learning the specific roles of an office manager, they're not there right now. So I can assign certain duties to certain people, but as of right now, like my current paralegals are not trained to be an office manager. They were learning some things from my previous office manager that she did, but none of them have all of those really rolled into their current duties, and it would be too much to ask them to suddenly change. And I don't agree with asking people to do significantly more work for the same or less amount of money. I don't think that's appropriate, but I also don't think it's appropriate to hire someone who does not have the proper skill set and then asking people who make less money than them to teach them how to do their job.
I guess question or concern is, do you have a forecast of when you may hire an office manager? Because if you do, how would that, you would be compensating these people, which I agree, if someone's taking on extra duties for say on a length of time, considerable length of time, I can understand compensating them. But my question is, if you end up hiring an office manager, how would that affect these pay scales?
If these were all approved, I would not be looking for another office manager. I would be combining duties within my office, and I would not have any more employees than I already have. I would move people up, rearrange their duties, but I wouldn't be seeking out another office manager. So I've already talked to everyone in my office, and essentially, to answer your question, it would probably be at the point that that employee wants to retire, which is not soon, is not in the next few years, and it is something that would probably need to be readdressed at some point, but not in this term, and not in not next year, not a few years from now. It might be my problem in 5 or 6 years, or it might be the next person's problem whenever I'm not in office anymore. So, and I did look at comparable salaries for legal assistants and paralegals throughout other counties in the state, both in Waller County and Anderson County. Legal assistants make a little more than $50,000 a year, and Hayes County has paralegals at about $60,000 a year. And I didn't look at the bigger counties like Harris County and Bexar County because theirs were higher salary-wise.
Well, if you do this, how long? What's the learning curve to get it to where it needs to be? And
Right now, they're already performing a lot of the duties, And,
Are they doing a good job at it?
huh?
Are they doing a good job at it?
Yes. I mean,
Is anything lacking?
we are lacking administrative assistance.
No, is anything in the job lacking? Are we getting behind in some other areas by doing this?
Just time, and people are working overtime and things like that.
I understand that, yeah, okay.
But we are managing right now. It's been a few months, or 2 months maybe, since Dana left our
Well,
office to work with you guys.
Do you find anybody that is doing this that you would at some point promote to the office manager? If that's a promotion, I don't know if it is or not.
This would, by combining these two jobs, I would not be looking for another office manager in the future, in the foreseeable future. It actually, though the pay group is different, considering what the pay group and pay step the last office manager was making, it actually pays less. And I had Tana run all the numbers for me because I won't pretend that I can do all those numbers by myself. And with all the changes that I'm asking for, we're still within the same salary budget because we're removing a position, combining it with other positions, and we're not asking for more employees than we currently have.
And you're still gonna have an office manager, it's just gonna be,
She's going to have a dual role, which is maybe not extremely common, but it's not uncommon for a smaller county for people to have multiple roles.
But then you could come forward and ask for that job description to be changed right now to get you through this situation where you found yourself without an office manager, without revamping every other position in your department. So it does not have to be this whole suit. This is better discussed during budget, to come forward with one request, because you say you cannot find a person qualified at the salary you can pay from the outside, you could promote from inside, then you could come with that one request instead of changing absolutely everything or appearing to change everything within your department. That would be understandable. This is not understandable at the end of the year.
I would like to say something. This court hired a new position after budget time. That decision has caused this.
Misty, we're very familiar with how you feel about the salaries here. There was a salary line item that was reallocated for the budget 2026. And when we were informed that that position was not going to be filled due to a new position that were created, then that opened the line. Plus, we get to make decisions during the year that augment and improve the services we provide to the community. Thank you.
That's actually what I'm asking you to do in my office.
And I'm saying to do one would make sense, not to do this wholesale realignment.
All of these people are taking on additional duties. And because I'm not going to ask my victim assistance coordinator to do 2 full-time jobs all by herself, because that doesn't make any sense. She's already works overtime all of the time. She constantly has too much comp time, and I get complaints about her having so much comp time because she works so many hours. So I need to be able to reassign some of her duties and some of the office manager duties to everyone.
You're doing basically a year-end restructuring of job duties.
Yes, for next year, for the beginning of January. If I have to wait all the way until next cycle, then I have an entire year where I have no office manager and I have all of my support staff working more than their job for no additional money, when I could do these changes and not change my overall budget, which is what I'm not asking for more in my budget. I'm asking to move the money to help support my office so that we can do the best job we can for the county.
could we maybe do stipends if they're doing extra duties? Instead of changing
That's
the
not in
whole-
my budget.
Would stipend come out of a salary budget, salary line item?
I don't have anything in my budget to give people additional stipends to do extra work.
We get a whole job, you got the office manager.
This is what I'm trying. Why? How would that make more sense, though?
Well, because we're not messing with the groups and the levels. If someone's doing more work, maybe we could do a stipend until you find that right person. because you might find the right person 6 months from now, but you've already revamped your office, and we can't.
Well, I'm not going to still be looking for an office manager, so I don't know how I would find one.
Well, could we table this for today and see if there is some better solution than a wholesale?
Who's supposed to come up with a better solution for my department than me? Do you guys even know all of my employees? Do you know their job duties or what they actually do?
I believe that you've lost some employees, have you not?
Yes, I have, which is another reason why I need to make sure that people's job descriptions actually meet their jobs.
Now, this, the office manager, it doesn't need to be a paralegal or anything, it just needs to be a manager, right?
Under the current job description, it is a paralegal. If we change it, no.
It doesn't have to be a paralegal. I mean,
If you hire someone under the current job description, it has a lot of duties that are civil paralegal related, which I don't have the need for right now.
okay, why don't you change the job description?
I'm trying to change the job description right now. That's why I'm here.
And that's what I'm saying. Change that one job description.
Yeah,
But everyone now has different duties also.
but whenever you hire the office manager, whatever the job description is, a lot of those duties will go away to the other individual people, correct?
That's not what I'm trying to
There'll be a
do.
learning curve, but
I understand. You want me to not pay anyone more money, and you want
no,
those
that's not
people
what I'm saying.
to
What I'm
train
saying
the new
is-
employee.
What I'm saying is I'm confused about what the office manager does.
Yes.
Is the office manager paralegal? And if so, why? I mean, I don't understand.
Yes.
The concept.
So the paralegal duties associated with the office manager are things such as filing the asset forfeiture suits and the discovery process with that, helping work with animal control and all of their duties, and the juvenile cases. Those are the current things that the office manager in my office is dealing with that are paralegal duties.
Okay, now, with the office manager not there, who handles those, who's eligible to handle those paralegal duties?
Right now, my victim assistance coordinator is doing those
Okay.
on top of her regular duties.
Okay, now, is the office manager a higher wage than what your the one you currently have? Is it an increase in pay?
No, not really, no. It's because the way the group and the step that my former office manager was in, if I combine the two jobs, I'm not giving my victim assistance coordinator more money than my office manager was making.
I understand your rationale for doing this, and if you're looking at this long term, I could see where you need to compensate these employees if you don't plan on creating office manager position in the foreseeable future. I mean,
Yeah, that's my plan. That is my goal. I wasn't trying to change all the job descriptions and then come back in 6 months and say, actually, I want an office manager. So,
well, if you don't need one in 6 months, why do you need one today?
if I'm combining the jobs as I'm requesting today, I wouldn't need an entire separate person because I am allocating the job duties throughout the office.
What would the total cost us be?
It doesn't cost you anything. It costs the exact same amount that my salary
Yeah,
budget
well-
already is.
Okay, but you'll be losing a position.
No. Just moving people into new positions and combining
Okay,
a
but you
position.
said, if I understood, you said that you're going to move away from an office manager position. That's what I understood you to say.
So you will be losing a position. We'll be
Yeah.
losing an office manager.
Yes, because we don't currently have a legal assistant because my legal assistant moved into the paralegal position, so it will be revising the legal assistant position, not adding any new employees. What it does is it restructures my current employees, moves them up for their additional duties, and then I'll have 2 administrative assistant positions, which are the lowest paid positions in my office, the entry-ish level positions into my office, so that the people who already work there are training people who are the new employees and not their new boss. 'Cause
I
it's-
have not, I'm sorry, Amanda. I haven't seen the work that Tana did for her, but I would suspect that what is done is the employees that are gone, they've used those funds to make the changes to the salaries, keeping the salary the same, the salary dollars budgeted, but reallocating them between the others.
Yes.
I
Into higher amounts,
into
much higher amounts.
Yes.
Because for one thing, the person that was in the office manager, paralegal or whatever, had many years of government experience.
Yes, I know.
And there is a premium that having that many years of government experience should give you in salary. Whereas here, there's not really a good understanding of how much these are being increased from what they were to what you're proposing.
Where in the salary range does it place these employees after they receive their additional compensation?
Where does it leave?
You know, we have a minimum and upper salary range, top salary range. Where does it place them in those?
So, and also my victim assistance coordinator has worked for the government for over 25 years. So I'm not going to say, I know that my last office manager had a lot of experience in this county, but it's not that some of my other employees had experience in other counties. So,
Just overall, does it put them in the place them in the mid range of the new positions, or does it keep them pretty much in the same range? Where does it?
yeah, well, so some of them, I couldn't put them on the group in step one because then they'd be making less money than they make right now. And that's not the goal. The goal isn't to give someone more duties and pay them less money to do it. But I also didn't want to make the groups so high that if in the future one of them left and I needed to replace them, that their salary would be higher than you normally would have for an entry level position. So that was the reason why they all aren't group whatever step one, because I know at some point one of the paralegals might leave or retire or something like that, and you don't want to start. I didn't think it was feasible to start a future person on a higher group.
They're not like elected officials where, you know, you assume the position at the salary that the current elected official is at, more or less. They're at an hourly employee, if you will,
yes.
Position. My thought would be to go ahead and eliminate the office manager position, because that seems to be what you want to do eventually, and then go ahead and distribute the duties, working with the human resources and also with the auditor and the judge, and come back to something where we can make a change in the office, not just a change in the position.
That's actually what I'm asking to do, and I already went through all of this with the auditor's office and through HR, everything through HR. I didn't really talk to the county judge about it, but those are the two departments that I did discuss it with to make sure everything would work.
Your victims assistant coordinator will also be your office manager.
Yes.
So with that and combining all those, and just for my clarification, are you looking at eliminating positions? Are you going to leave open positions that could be filled at some time?
I mean, I will be taking the office manager position out of my office. Like, I will not be looking to fill that position in the future.
I understand that, but the way that we do it, you would have an open position there that you're just not filling unless you actually come to Commissioner's Court and tell them you're going to eliminate that position. So instead of having 6 positions, you'd have 5 positions.
Okay. I don't have a problem doing that.
And the other thing, I know we looked at the salary study, the proposals and all that stuff. Just wanted to remind commissioners, even with that, we only did a 1-step and a 2.5% COLA. So, I mean, you've got that to think about also.
So if you were to come before the court to ask to eliminate the full-time office manager position, that box, that would have to require approval from a court if she was to do that in the future, wanting office manager in the future.
Yes.
Your
absolutely.
victim advocate had the duties, but you wouldn't have that position, because as long as that position still stays in our system, then you would have the capability of hiring one, and then you've got what commissioners are concerned with, is what I'm saying.
I don't have any issue doing that, but I'm not going to ask for the position to be eliminated until we come to a agreement on this.
So are you saying, like, Christy Silva is now a 16-2? that she was previously in a lower pay group at a higher step
Yes.
that is perfectly equal to the 16.2?
I'm not saying it's perfectly equal.
Okay, that's what I want to know. I want to know if the salaries are being changed.
The salaries, yes. I can actually have them all here for you that I can read to you or show you, whatever your preference is.
Christy Silva's current pay group and step.
Her current pay group and step is a 12.7.
So that's a sizable increase. What about Sarah Bell?
Sarah Bell is currently a 17.7.
Which is a pretty good increase.
Yeah, as I'm asking them to take on more duties, and technically the two of those are promotions.
What about Sabrina?
She is a 17.4.
And Joanne?
Oh wait, yes, Joanne is a 17.7. I mean, if you want me to just take the $66,856 that is left in my budget by not having an office manager and divide that in the stipend to these exact same people, I can do that. It's not going to affect the budget either if you approve what I'm asking for or if I do it that way.
So do you have other job vacancies in your office?
Administrative assistant, yeah, when it comes to support staff.
And they're included in all that
Yes.
total of your salary line?
But you have attorney positions open, have you not?
Yes, I do, but that doesn't have anything to do with my support staff, except for it makes them have to do more work. It makes me have to do more work. It makes my other attorneys have to do more work. So, yeah, Mr. Simonton retired last week, so good for him.
Are you taking 100% of the salary that was paid to your office manager, or is there any amount left over?
No, there's not an amount left over. I mean, negligible amount. That was kind of my goal. If you're taking someone's duties, then you should be compensated for the duties that you're taking.
I think it still seems like there is a lot of uncertainty about what exactly is being proposed.
Well,
So I'd like to call the question. And the motion was to disapprove.
And that was just for item 25. It seems some
Correct.
of the salary discussion has gone into 26.
Right, number 25 is to disapprove.
Commissioner Cheney?
Did we get a second for the call
Yeah.
for the question? Okay.
Second.
At this point, I'm going to say nay.
Commissioner Kosterlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo? Aye. Commissioner Dupnick?
The nay is to approve what she wants to.
Correct.
Okay, I said nay.
Judge Garza?
Aye. 3 to 2. Motion is disapproved.
Correct.
Yeah. Item number 26. Yeah, I'm gonna go and strike it. Item number 27.
Move to approve the 2026 grant and financial policies as presented. Number 1, Section 3 and Economic Opportunities Policy. Number 2, Code of Conduct. Number 3, Fraud Detection. Number 4, Fixed Asset Methodology. Number 5, Aransas County Environmental Grant. Number 6, Fund Balance. Number 7, Aransas County Financial Policy and Procedures. Number 8, Cash Handling. Number 9, GASB 34, Uncollectible Receivables Policy. Number 10, Excessive Force Policy. Number 11, Civil Rights Policy. Number 12, Hazard Communication Policy.
Got a motion?
I'll second that.
And we've got a second.
Okay. Got a question right quick. Are we trying to make a single change in all of these policies? Or what are we trying to do?
All we are doing is we have reviewed them and we're asking for them to just be approved. There are no changes at this time this year. We review these annually.
So this is just the
And
annual
this is just
review.
an annual review on them, yes, sir.
Okay.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 28.
I move to approve resolution R-41-2025, adopting the Section 3 and Economic Opportunities Policy.
Second.
We got a motion and a second.
This is the same policy. This is just a resolution to adopt it. It is required by some of our grants that it be adopted by resolution, so we're just asking it's just adopting the policy you just approved.
And that's having to do with 27?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's just with the very first one, number 1, that policy is required to be done by resolution.
Okay.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick? Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 29.
Move to approve the 2026 internal control policy for the system award management procedures.
Second.
Got a motion and a second.
Last year during our audit, the auditors asked for us to have a policy or to state our procedures for using the SAMs, which is required by the 2 CFR 200. So what we are doing is bringing this to y'all to formally adopt it as a policy that we do. I wanted it separate because since it's not just a renewal, it will be a new policy. And it just states how we actually use the SAMs and do approve, recognize them and have that done for all of our procurements.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 30.
I move to approve the November 2025 Auditor's Monthly Report.
Second.
You have the report. If you have any questions, be happy to answer them. Tried to update everything on all of our grants. Great to see that we've got a lot of it completed, especially on the C270s. The budget on a page is here for both the general fund and all of the other funds. I hope that we come in with an increase in fund balance at the end of the year. It's getting pretty close. We should be well within budget, but I'm not sure, not very confident that we're going to come in with a surplus on the.
Jackie, I just had a question as I was looking at those graphs.
Okay.
Did we, or have we collected almost the same amount in healthcare sales tax as we have in regular sales
Yes,
tax?
ma'am. They're very close.
Wow.
They're both a half a cent,
Yeah.
and there's on the same items
Sales?
that are collected, the same sales. So yes, ma'am. They're very, very close.
Okay, thank you.
And I just had a question. When we look at our county fee collections, it seems like most of the county collection fees are down, and most of them are for, we'll say, JPs and sheriff and animal control, things like that. But with the exception being the county clerks are increased, but the others are down. And I wonder if there's a trend, I guess, because even last year we were seeing that. I was thinking. So I'm just curious if that's something we should be asking department heads, maybe, or.
We would probably have to get with the JPs because I'm seeing that most of that is on the JP side.
Most of it is correct.
It could be very well that they had, and I'm just kind of guessing here, that they may have had like a roundup or something, a warrant roundup that they didn't have, or not sure exactly what all of this.
I can speak to that a bit after doing criminal fine collections for 8.5 years. Every December, fine collections drops because people are buying gifts for their families. Every December. It's a cyclical thing.
It's just part of that trend.
It's just part of the trend.
I mean, you're looking right now at a year to date of $100,000. So yes,
it's
December has
insignificant
something
over.
to do with it, but this
Okay.
is, and actually these are October. So,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we're just seeing it. I think it's just economy.
Okay.
I really think it's a lot of it's economy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 31.
Move to approve accounts payable payroll liabilities.
I'll second that.
Got a motion, second.
Payroll liabilities, accounts payable are all normal, but I would like to highlight some of them. We have Boyd Goslink, we've paid this month, and this one does include about, let me see what it is. It was like $25,000 or $50,000 for a couple of months ago that we did not get the invoice, so we paid that one, so it was a total of $91,540.65. I did verify that we did not receive the other one. It was not a duplicate payment. And 430, which is our capital projects fund, we reimbursed FEMA, or TDM, I'm sorry, the Senate Bill 7 money of $49.40, and we brought that to commissioners a couple of meetings ago. Grant Works, we paid on MITMOD projects $17,083.90. Hanson Engineering was on Fulton Streets was $34,837.20.
Say that amount again, would you?
$34,837.20. Cape Dawson for the flood plan on the MITMOD was $59,170. Under Operation Lone Star, we had $406.47. An SB 22 grant purchases of $33,502.99. Under the ARPA funds, we had COFILE, which is the district clerk's records of $24,420.70. And miscellaneous items under the downtown anchor under the courthouse of $10,141.17.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Section 12, reports from commissioners, elected officials, and department heads. No action will be taken. Commissioners? The only thing I have is, all right, holidays are coming up. We are off the 24th and 25th, and last Friday I went ahead and made a decision that we're going to be off Friday too. So all county offices will be closed Friday. Tomorrow's a full day of work, just so y'all know. Today is Judge Flanagan's retirement party. We wish him well. Sorry we couldn't be there. I think it started here at 10. It's in Sinton.
Oh.
So, yeah, so wish him well in his retirement. And then coming up, maybe it'll be our first meeting in the new courthouse, but I'm going to call a special meeting either the 8th or the 9th after we get consensus of when y'all are available. But it is a special meeting to discuss the upcoming mediation for the insurance cases. So, be looking forward to that, and Merry Christmas to all y'all, and we'll move on to reports about, I did want to mention, so Tiger Field Legacy, they had an event this weekend at Tiger Field. Santa Claus there giving out a bunch of gifts. They gave out gifts to about 150 kids, which is pretty cool. And they do that all by volunteers and donations, and we don't pay anything out there. Now we'll hear about reports about items of community interest. Nobody? All right. Well, I'll take a motion and go into closed session.
Move to adjourn to closed session in accordance with Texas Government Code Section 551.071 and 551.072 through 551.076, 551.086, 551.087, 551.089, to consult with counsel Marcia Perez of Chavez, Obregon, and Perales, or other retained counsel on matters related to any items posted on this agenda, and receive legal advice about pending settlement offers or other attorney-client privilege matters that may be discussed in an executive session, including but not limited to the items listed below, the Downtown Anchor Project, including the county's permissible actions under its various contracts and reports on proposed mediation, insurance claims, and/or formal review. Number 2, discuss personnel matters and update the court on future plans involving this personnel matter pursuant to Section 551.074 of the Texas Open Meetings Act, personnel matters, closed meeting. A, this chapter does not require a governmental body to conduct an open meeting. Number 1, to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. Or number 2, to hear a complaint or charge against an officer or employee. B, subsection A does not apply if the officer or the employee who is the subject of the deliberation or hearing requests a public hearing. And number 3, Shell Ridge Road project, including the county's existing and anticipated contractual obligations, compliance with grant, regulatory, and permitting requirements, and options available to the county.
Second?
Got a motion and a second?
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. We'll take about a 10-minute break and go into closed. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Y'all stay here. I'll take a motion to reconvene into open session.
So moved.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, we are back in open session. We're not going to take any actions discussed in closed session. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Thank you all.